I think Japan and UAE have a really long history. It's not just recent. It is before even oil production. And this history have a lot of trade and material being exchanged. But what I've seen the last might be a few years, it's not about technology, it's about people. I think Japan did a lot of effort and collaboration between different countries. But with the UAE, I've seen now, I'm really impressed to see most of the university students, they have union called Sakura Club. They have activities, they love Japan because of manga, because of the cartoons, because of the innovation, because of martial art. These are the young people now, they're sharing stories and hobbies with the Japanese, friendship. I think this is real investment. If we think about the youth, they will be the future leaders. Let's think about how they can sustain this relationship in terms of economy, in terms of social, in terms of environment, in terms of well-being. And Japan is a very wealthy country, not about resources, about people. As well, we do have in the UAE very wealthy people about values. I think let's put the common values together and build the two nations together. This is, will be more ahead rather than just political. Political is there, trade is there, the grassroots relationship will be unified and it will be sustaining for longer life. One of them is dialogue. Second is outreach, both sides. What we are doing now with myself, with my group of young Emiratis, coming here, learning the culture, having deep understanding, having open platform, there will be a lot of opportunity we can really target. I think we can need more momentum on this dialogue. And sometimes dialogue is good, but action is better. So converting the dialogue into an action plan. An action plan could serve the two nations, the UAE, the Japan, and other nations as well. So my aim is, or my thoughts about this is need to have more connections between these two countries, and as well as what are the more priorities. We can list the priorities for the coming few years. I think Japan did a good business trading with the Middle East. Vehicles, textile, machines, electronics, all this material. But what we need now, building capacity, especially in the Middle East. In some countries, the infrastructure is gone. So I think with Japan, they already have the expertise. And we need the expertise, the technical, the know-how, how can be delivered and transformed to this country and to be independent. Selling and buying, this is it's okay, but we go higher than that, is building people. And building people, you need capacity building. I'm sure Japan have innovation, they have technology, that's one side, but the most important are people there behind them. Make this happen. So East and Middle East, we have a lot of things to share beyond material, people. One of them is the infrastructure, especially now we have less resources of water. We desalinate most of the seawater, and seawater from the Gulf is so small and has a lot of impact of oil pollution. Ship comes in 100,000 per week and per month coming in and out through this Hormuz entry and strait. That will impact the water. Second, the UAE is so growing too fast, but Japan can bring technology which can be set for remote areas. Set could be for areas where are needed for using less energy. That could be a unit. The other thing is building sustainable entrepreneurship, how to make business for young people. Instead of working in the government, they can be more in sustainable business. So the other thing, by bringing some companies, they can have expertise and sharing with the young people as a could be partnership or things could work in a business more sustainable. In the community, we need like what you do here in Japan, the social cohesion, so powerful. We do have similar, but there are sometimes pattern or metrics could help or could exchange. We have some good stuff, Japan have some good stuff, but we can learn and share together, especially as a group. Japan is one of the unique, which is really I inspire, is a teamwork. So I think we need to have more teamwork between our companies, between our society, we do already have, but the Japanese model very successful, comes from social tribal structure, which is good. A group successfully is not one person, as a group will have a full success. So that's another one. The other thing is about education. Education is so important. It's not a matter of reading and writing. It's a matter is that knowledge is an asset. How Japan built this nation based on two things, based on education and based on law. How can every individual can have knowledge and can have personal, law to be a self-policeman. You don't need policeman, so you have already built in. So I see Japan as a high mature country. Everyone have a rights, everyone know the rights, and everyone are equal with others. So if we can combine these, we already have it, but we share with that. We cannot adapt the similar, we can adapt differently. One of the environmental issues is the coastal line. In the Gulf region, most of the environmental issues, especially in the marine life, it affected the marine lives, and there are a lot of the tourist destination. When they done tourist destination or tourist resorts or projects or development, it's could impact, the shoreline impact, the coral reef impact, the marine environment. I think this is very crucial in the coastal line area. One of the other challenges is the waste. And waste, still there are some regulation, but the waste, still the treatment is not within the standard. They are less than standard, being influenced into the sea or into other streams, which contaminate some other resources, some other land. So these are two challenges with the waste and the coastal lines in the Gulf. And the third one is consumption. And the consumption is very complicated, based on behavior change. You cannot change the culture about consumption because the market is open. They have a lot of packaging, so we need to think about recycling this packaging. I think Japan is very pioneer in this, to use all the packaging system to have a new industry. In terms of plastic, plastic is one of the dangerous waste. Plastic. The second is the cans could be used and reused. The glass. Paper or organic waste also can be used as a compost, as fertilizers. So I think the challenge is the waste, consumption, environmental coastal line, as well as the number one issue is water. Juki is an initiative to promote the friendship for a longer living. What I'm saying is bringing an Emiratis, UAE, and bringing a Japanese, because these are young generation, they will be leaders. So I think this initiative is our dream is to have one nation. It doesn't mean one nation is everything is the same. No, could be the very high diversity, but they have one mission for one planet, to save, to protect, and to enjoy. So Juki might be starting the UAE, we could start for the Gulf, and might be bringing a Japanese young leaders from Japan to UAE and the Gulf, and then we will select the best. They going to make their own dreams into Juki. I will not make the dreams, I want them to make the dreams. Then we guide them, to show them, to support them, and let them to make that dream very mature. Foundation for Islamic Middle East Fund is still young and need to grow. By doing themselves, they might be a little bit challenges or struggle. But if they do like partnership with similar groups, might be not in Japan, could be another country with the same vision, same mission, that can have a partnership. That's one area. And the other area, to see what other people expecting from us, what they want from us, rather than we provide. Sometimes we provide and could be not useful for others, but listen to doing some survey, small research, right, to identify what other people are interested in, so we can design something. So I think these are two things: the collaboration and partnership, and the other thing, the client. Who our client? Who our target group? And why we exist? We have certain values, we have certain program to implement. But is this enough? Is this capable? Is this suitable? We need to see the other hand, which is the other end of benefit of people or society or countries. So from that, both we will have a better movement. Sasakawa Peace Foundation is a very noble name. Let's make it bigger. What I'm saying bigger doesn't mean activities, but bigger of image. I think there's a Nobel Prize for peace, there's a Nobel Prize for technology. So our young leaders globally could take that initiative to be a representative of peace. I think will be a word will be good. Might be a small programs in the education to spread a curriculum about peace, not just to read and write. Action. What I'm saying, action curriculum is a program they had fun. My child, the second boy, with one African, one Finnish from Finland, one another. So they're playing soccer. They're playing peace. So how we can spread peace in every subject in our life, in sport, in family, in friendship, in eating, and even cinema, entertainment. How we can do this? I think this is a big role for Sasakawa Peace Foundation to spread the message peace without telling peace, through games, through fun, through education, through entertainment. And that's, the young people will love it. But if you tell them peace, let's make like this, it's fine. But this is traditional. Every time things changes, so we need to change. We could have a peace on tweet, peace tweet. Could be Facebook, only special for peace, globally. You will see 1 million of people will come. Could be 1 billion. That's another thing. And now social media. You want to attract young people, send them peace through social media. They will be impacted.